Hey, how's it going, YouTube? I'm back in the video, and today I'm talking about why the Houston Rockets are making a huge mistake trading for John Wall and trading Russell Westbrook for John Wall. So, basically in this video, I'm going to be going through a few reasons why I think this trade was a very bad idea for the Rockets to make, and I'm going to be getting into a whole bunch of stuff in this video. So if you do like the video at any point, hit the like button and subscribe button. It means the absolute world to me. And yeah, y'all just been showing so much support on the videos, and I cannot thank y'all enough. It means the world to me. The more y'all like the video, the more the videos get out there. So make sure if you do like it at any point, hit the like button and subscribe button. It means the absolute world to me. But without further ado, without rambling on too much, let's get right into this video. My first reason is that we could have gotten a much better return for Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is a former MVP, a currently top 5 point guard in the NBA, and the Rockets badly needed picks and young assets for the future because they lost most of them when they did trade for Russell Westbrook originally. So, really, they just need to recoup what they lost in Russell Westbrook, and they didn't even come close to doing that. What they lost in the Russell Westbrook trade was Chris Paul, multiple first-round picks, and then they got Russell Westbrook. And that trade itself showed that it did not work. And then they just traded again for John Wall, and that trade looks just as horrible, as they were only able to get John Wall, who hasn't played in 2 years, and a lottery protected first round pick, which is most likely going to turn into a few second rounders. So basically what you got for Russell Westbrook is a player that's been injured for 2 years with an Achilles injury, and 2 second-round picks. That's basically what you got out of this, assuming that the Wizards don't make the playoffs now that they have Russell Westbrook. So, that is just not going to work, and that is just a terrible trade, because it doesn't set you up for the future, because second-round picks almost never turn out to be that great, and John Wall is far from a guarantee to be what he once was when he was last playing, which was in the 2018 through 19 season. So he has not played for a good hot minute, and I don't even think he finished out that season because he got injured during that season. So he just hasn't had experience in the NBA game for a very long time, and he is a ginormous question mark. And speaking of question marks, that pretty much is my second reason. John Wall is a huge question. There's no telling if that dude's going to be what he used to be. When he was in the NBA, the dude was an all-star level player, very athletic, very strong, very fast. He could attack the goal with ease. He was an absolute beast. There were songs made after the dude. He was a beast. But now that he has an Achilles injury, for a guy that heavily relies on his speed, athleticism, and his jumping ability when he gets to the rim, that is going to hurt a player like him a ton. We saw it with people like Derrick Rose, where Derrick Rose was one of the most athletic, best point guards in the NBA, debatably the best player in the NBA. He did win MVP at one point. So we saw the second he got injured and that athleticism and stuff was gone, they struggle a ton. Derrick Rose, just to get to where he is right now as a sixth man of the year type guy, just get to where he was right now, he had to completely transfer his game into a more of a three-point shooter than a slasher, which is a very hard thing to do when people like them have been so fast and so athletic their whole life, so all they know is slashing. So John Wall could be in for a very rude awakening when he gets back to the NBA, that he won't be as athletic and won't have the same explosiveness he once had. I think for sure he's going to struggle a lot, at least for the very beginning of the season, and that could hurt the Rockets a lot if they are trying to lean on him for the first part of the season. I think for sure James Harden's at least going to have to take over the team for the first probably half of the season until John Wall might be able to get his legs under him, but there is a chance that John Wall is just never the same John Wall we once knew before he got hurt. So there's a legit chance his career could be done due to that injury. And now my last reason is going to be that they got a worse version of what they already had. Think about it. They had Russell Westbrook, who is a top 5 point guard, who's very athletic, very fast, and relies on his slashing a lot. Now that sounds a lot like a point guard they just traded for, but hasn't played in 2 years and was already not as good as Russell Westbrook when they were both healthy. So I don't understand it. So you pretty much got a worse version of Russell Westbrook and 2 second-round picks for a former MVP and top 5 point guard in the NBA just because he was unhappy, even though you had all the leverage to trade him. That didn't make any sense to me, and this trade doesn't help you in the future. It might help you for a little bit in the now, but you don't get any future assets, you don't get any picks, or barely any draft capital, really. A lottery protected first round is not that big of a deal at all. So, I mean, it's just not that great of a trade, and I think the Rockets are going to regret making this, especially if they still plan on trading James Harden midway through the season. So, I mean, unfortunately, that's gonna be for his video, but Convo, do you think the Rockets made a mistake, or do you think they did the right thing? I want to hear our thoughts in the comment section below. If you did like the video, any point, hit the like button and subscribe button mean the world to me. And also, all glory to God. Hope you have a blessed day, because I had a blessed day, so you need to have a blessed day. See you in the next video. Goodbye, boo, blah.